Hey everyone, it's Don with Don's Field of Dreams Cards. Wanted to show you a few cheap pickups that I made here, and I got some gifts for Christmas from John Wade Boggs fan and Scott Reindeer Studios. So I went to Penn State, and I collect cards of players that played at Penn State and that are in the NFL. These cards are cheap, getting for $1 or less, but which is fine. I have a whole binder of them, so it's an easy thing to collect. And I know Saul BD King is a Penn State graduate. I'm not sure if there's anyone else in the hobby. John Wade Boggs fan's son went there, but I love Penn State football. I think we got a good new coach. It was time for a change. Uh, Hopefully, all the transfers aren't from Iowa State, because I don't want a bunch of Iowa State players. It's not like he's transferring from Notre Dame or USC, or not transferring, but coming from that school. And we only had 2 recruits because Franklin took them all to Virginia Tech. So excited to see the new regime, but let's show some cards. The first one is Sean Clifford, who's now, I believe he's still with the Packers. Most Penn State quarterbacks have never really amounted to much in the pros. Kerry Collins probably being the best. And the next guy's in the NFL with the Steelers. It's Joey Porter Jr., Joey Porter's son. And I don't have my glasses on. Whoop, I was like, he didn't play for Jacksonville. I had a card behind it. Parker Washington for Jacksonville. Again, I don't know anything about these cards, nor do I care. Maybe that's just lazy on me, but I just like the looks of them in a Penn State uniform. So next guys all just finished either their senior, actually these guys all were seniors. They all came back. We were ranked second in the country, and at the start ended up 6-6 and losing to 3 teams that weren't good. Our quarterback, Drew Aller, again, when he came out of high school, I thought this kid was going to be awesome. He's got a rocket arm. He's 6'5", but just didn't do much at Penn State. At one time there was talk he was going to be a first-round pick. There's no way he's going to be a first-round pick now. Broke his foot or ankle during the season, so that's a shame. On defense, tonight, Dennis Sutton falls in the mold of Micah Parsons. Not as good as Micah Parsons, but pretty good edge rusher at Penn State. And then this duel were amazing in college. And one broke out more than the other. So these are guys that I'm pretty sure are going to get drafted. We got Chris Singleton. He was the speed at running back. And then Katron Allen. And it's funny, now you can find freshmen and sophomores on these teams. I guess with Nils, they all have cards, but it's too early to pick those guys up because I'm not just collecting Penn State players. I'm collecting guys that made it to the NFL. So next, Scott Reindeer Studios. I'm sure by now you've all seen this card. I think he made a mistake, though. This reminds me of Scott, and this reminds me of me, and it should be like this, because I'm much taller than Scott. Since we're always yelling at each other, I kind of think he messed that up. And again, got a note on the inside. Hey, Don, I really should have given my shareholders a really nice Christmas gift, but I'm a jerk butt. That I would 100% agree with, Scott. But I do hope you and your family have a great Christmas. Thank you for all your support, your help, and most of all, your friendship. Your bestie, Scott, along with 9,000 other besties. So what Scott got me was a bag of Twizzlers, and the front looks amazing. It got an authentic, but the back kind of in bad shape. But who looks at the back anyways? So this is a running joke between Scott and Bob Lewis and I when we drove to the National, how much we all like cherry Twizzlers. So it's dumb stuff like this that's funny. My wife opened the package because she thought it was something she ordered, and she opened it and was like, what is this? And do you know some guy named Scott with said Scott's last name. And before she even said anything, I saw the bag, I knew who it was from. So the question being is, do you peel it one strip at a time, or you take a bite? Either way, both delicious and healthy for you. So now I'm going to talk with my mouth full. Maybe I'll just keep it on the side like it's a chew. Be Bill Mazeroski or Nellie Fox. So, John Wade Boggs fan, my partner on Two Guys One Hobby, sent me a bunch of Stan Musial stuff. We'll go through it here. Sent me this pin, which is awesome because I have 3 kids, and now I have 3 of them. So I have one for each kid. This is just what young people in their early 20s want for Christmas, or Stan Musial pins. So thank you, John. Sent me this very nice book that matches the other one I have. So these will go to my twin daughters. So thank you, John. And the only reason I'm showing doubles, I appreciate them. I bought something for John. I guarantee he probably already has it. But, so, sorry I'm eating it. Can't get rid of this candy. So things I don't have, these something. Very cool book, Stan Musial book here. It's called Barnes All-Star Library. Try looking to see when this was printed without my glasses on. And 1950. So that goes all kinds of cool photos inside. So I love getting eyeball stuff like this. Look at this, putting a gun together. Could you imagine them making a book of a baseball player today, putting a gun together? So I haven't had a real good chance to look through it yet, but love it, John. This piece is awesome. And this is from 1957, July 7th, from the Newark Star Ledger. Musial plays for records as cards battle for pennant. I think it's very brittle. But I love these old newspaper articles. Would like to get them framed. You got Stan on the back with a chef. Oh man, it's scary opening these things because they're so brittle. Yeah, and there's a bunch of stuff in the inside about it too. So very cool old piece. Love these. And then I'd seen these before on eBay, but I've never seen one in person. And I guess it's just Stan talking about hitting. Bought me this album. And I think Drew shows this. But this is very cool. And then on the inside, there's a little book. And descriptions. So, you know, I wish I would have had this as a kid, because if I just followed this, I would have played in the major leagues. But I didn't have this, so that's why I didn't. And then for you people like Dom and Jake and all you other guys under 20, this is what a record album is called. And this is what you used to play music on. So just wanted to show you youngsters what that is. So again, Scott and John, thank you so much for the thoughtful gifts. I really appreciate it. And if I don't get on here before Christmas, I want to wish everyone a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. And again, thank you for watching my channel, and I'll talk to you soon.